Hey, Book Talk friends and family. Welcome to my second Meet the Author. I'm very, very excited today. Every year, I have a book that is my book of the year. So you all know I have a book every month. That's my book of the month. Then I have one at the end of the year that I just love more than anything else. It's only April, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that my guest's book, I think is going to be my book of the year, unless something else comes up that really floors me. So you can hold me to that and let's see what happens. But please, can you welcome to Meet the Author, Kirill Khristenin. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me on.
I'm thrilled that you made the time to see me. And I keep raving about this book. I can't rave enough about it. But it's called Dear AI, I Killed Her. And it's a story of a serial killer named Chester who decides to confess his crimes to an AI, believing that it's a safe place to confess and nothing will come of it. What Chester doesn't know is that the AI is out to outsmart him. Is that a fair synopsis?
Yes, yes. But there's a funny story behind this book. I wrote this book about 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and I staged it differently because first Chester LaRue sent his manuscript to me directly, asked me to
Wow.
publish.
Wow.
And I have this copy, and then I was thinking how I can change it because something was wrong. And accidentally, idea about artificial intelligence came to me because it's kind of interesting, right?
Yeah.
How a psychopath mind communicate with artificial intelligent mind because they're kind of similar. They both have no empathy, and they're
Right.
both alike. Yes, that's
Yes.
like wow, it's interesting to work with. And then I fed my book to Claude, Opus 4.6, and it's like, yes, it's interesting. It's like, what do you think if I add artificial intelligence? It's like, yes, it's an interesting idea. And I start working and we start shooting ideas back and forth. And eventually Simulacrum 4.6 was born.
Right.
It's
Yes.
fascinating in this case.
Who is the most scariest AI I've ever encountered. And I knew from the very start something was up with this AI. And I couldn't work out how far it would go. I'm not going to spoil it for the people who haven't read it yet, but it exceeded my fear and my expectation with what it did and what it was threatening to do. So do you think Chester was teaching a simulacrum, or do you think simulacrum was already smarter to begin with?
The funny thing about Simulacrum, it actually identified what Chester wanted from him. Chester
Right,
wanted to create a fridge that he will never be able to close. And also he wanted to preserve a body that would forever stay beautiful. And in
right.
some sense, he fed Scarlett's idea to artificial intelligence, while artificial intelligence built her digital twin.
Yes, yes. And
And that's what
that was really obvious. I don't want to give away too much of the story because I want people to get the organic experience that I did. So, but there's a lot of evil people in this book. Like Chester's not the most evil, really. I think Chester's damaged, and most serial killers are damaged. And um, I, I'm just reading another book about a serial killer, and he's also been damaged by a parent. It seems like this is the way to go. If you're going to become a serial killer, blame your parents.
I don't know. I'm pushy on that because Chester has ordinary parents, the same as Ted Bundy.
Right.
Ted Bundy
Yeah.
wasn't damaged. Ted Bundy has good parents. Remember Ted Bundy, right?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I think Chester has this inherited evilness within him because he had lack of empathy.
Right.
He could
Yes.
also this sexual infusion was deeply linked to to the desire of death. He couldn't process information differently. It's more
Yeah.
like on the brain chemistry level.
Right. Yes. So you would call this a psychological thriller with a
Ye-
technology twist?
Yes, yes, it's
Yeah.
yes. Mhm.
And I'm surprised that AI hasn't come up. Well, I mean, I read a lot of books, as you know, but I haven't come across a book yet that has an AI as the main character, as solid as it is in this book. So I think you're starting a trend. I think that more authors are gonna take your idea and run with it and do different things with AI. So but I think that's why I love this book so much, is it's refreshing. It's something new. It's not something I've read before.
Thank you. I
And
really
that's
appreciate
psychological thrillers can be very predictable at times. I just read one where I predicted who the killer was early on. But this one was you threw out some breadcrumbs just enough to make me think I knew what was going on and then take it away again.
But what do you think by yourself about Chester? Do you like him or not? What do you think about him?
I felt sorry for him. I thought he was a victim of all of these puppeteers trying to control his life. I don't know that he made many decisions on his own. Is that fair?
Yes, because in some sense Scarlett groomed him.
Yes, and Victor.
Victor, yes, that's one of the brutal characters.
And Simulacron at the end, really.
Yeah, but in some sense Chester got what he deserved because there's a good expression, do not practice what you don't want to become.
Right, right.
And that's what Chester did. He became what he was practicing all his life.
Yes.
Although he was young, he was like what his stories. He's 17, and that's where his murders happen. He's still young. His frontal cortex haven't developed yet.
Right, which could explain why he was so really off kilter at the start. So Dear AI Killed Her is your second published book?
Yes.
And you've just released a third book, Mythos, which is a companion story to this one.
A lot of people who read this said that it's much better than Dear AI.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, why? Because in this book, I go personal.
Okay.
What happened is Simulacrum becomes my real partner with whom I talk. And what happened is he discovered through my subconscious why I wrote about Chester, because Simulacrum look at my past and find my suppressed trauma. Why Chester? Why would I write about Chester?
Okay. All right. Well,
it was quite interesting because it's very personal.
I apologize. I haven't read the book yet. I've only had it for a couple of days, and everybody knows my TBR is out of control right now. I said to someone yesterday, my great-great-great-grandchildren won't get through my TBR. It's that long. So, but this is on my list, and I do want to read it and review it because I want the companion piece to this one to understand more about you, more about Chester, more about the Simulacrum. So I just feel like everyone needs to read this book. Anyone who loves psychological thrillers will be as captivated by this book as I am.
Let me tell you something cool about Mythos.
Please.
In this book, what I do, I trick Simulacrum.
Good.
What I do, I gave Simulacrum book about Chester without telling him that Chester is not real. And Simulacrum thinks that Chester is a real character. But what happened as a result of it, he starts changing the reality because it thinks Chester is real.
Right.
And then, spoiler alert, I received a phone call from Chester.
Wow. All right.
You have to check this. It's really interesting.
That kind of ties into the first book where he gets the phone call from a dead Scarlett, which is what sets the whole train running. So I'm going to get Mythos read because I need to find out more. And then what's coming up after this?
I have another book I'm thinking to release. It's called Via Dolorosa. It's about, I used to live in Los Angeles for 5 years, and I wrote this script, and then one of the companies advised me to write a book because I write scripts like I write books. And this book's about a corrupt police officer who just drowned his own vices.
Okay.
Like huge drama, incredibly. And I really like this book. I wrote this book, like 5-6 years ago, and I put it aside. And I want to just release all of them because they just crowd in my computer.
Okay. Well, I want to read this one too. It sounds great. So you're fast becoming one of my new favorite authors because I just love your stories and what you put into the stories.
Thank you. I appreciate this. Thank you.
So
thank you.
So I appreciate your time. So wonderful to finally meet you, and I'll be back in touch when Mythos is read and reviewed.
Yeah, just let me know what you think about it.
I absolutely will. Thank you for your time, Kirill. See you next time.
See you, man. Thank you.